Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are just going to be jumping right into the tutorial. Unfortunately, I did not have time to do a voiceover. This video was inspired by a makeup look I saw Kourtney Kardashian wear. I'll insert the picture in the description box. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. I really quickly wanted to show you guys that I am wearing a top because I look completely naked. So yeah, let's get started with the eyeshadows. My eyelids are already primed. I did just really quickly set them with some powder. Now we're going to get started with the eyeshadow. I am going to be working off these two sets of shadows. The shadows that I'm pointing to now are the Ready Set Glamour Squad Quad, and then the other four shadows are the new Makeup Geek shadows. We're first going to start off with the Squad Quad by Ready Set Glamour, which I am so obsessed with this palette. I am taking the first shade, which is Hash Brown, and this is going to be our transition shade. I'm going to pack this in my crease from inner corner to outer corner using my Sigma E40 blending brush. I am taking this color pretty high up in my crease, and I'm also going to be flicking it out towards that outer corner. I'm going back in with the Squad Quad, and I'm going to take the color 15, and this is a beautiful red tone based shadow. I'm taking it with the Beauty by Rosita brush, and I'm going to tightly pack this a little bit tighter on the crease, and again I'm going to flick it out once I get to the outer corner. This color is very pigmented, so you might have a little bit of fallout, but it is so amazing that you can totally overlook the fallout. I do go back in with the Sigma E40 one more time, and I blend both colors in together just to make sure that we don't have any harsh edges and that everything looks nice and blended and beautiful. So then I'm going to take the really dark shade from Makeup Geek, and this is called Cabin Fever. I totally forgot to do a close-up, but it is a dark brown, and I'm going to take this with a more tapered blending brush. And again, I'm going to be doing the same exact things. Instead, I'm just going to keep it a little bit lower in my crease. But again, I am taking it from inner corner to outer corner. And once I get to the outer corner, I am going to be flicking it outwards. Now I'm going in with Makeup Geek's Bitten. And this is a beautiful red purple based shadow. It's a little bit darker than Cabin Fever, and I'm going to place it right on top, and this is just going to add some more definition, and it's going to give the look a little bit more of a cranberry shade, which is exactly what we are going for. And by the way, I am being extremely messy, and I'm doing that on purpose because I wanted to show you guys a really cool technique. But before we go ahead and move on to the technique, I do want to mention that again, I am making this color, putting this color in my crease from inner corner to outer corner. So here you go. Here's the technique. If you get really messy like I do, all you have to do is grab a makeup wipe, line it up in your bottom lash line, and run it upwards towards your temple. And now look at the difference between both eyes. This is the eye once you have cleaned it, and then here is the other eye. It looks messy, it looks crazy, but don't freak out. A lot of people tend to freak out once they see that the eyes have a lot of fallout and it looks messy and doesn't look like it's coming together. But I promise you, get a makeup wipe, do this technique, and it will come together really, really quickly. So moving on to the lid shade, I am taking this color by Makeup Geek that is called Curtain Call, and it is a beautiful foiled metallic cranberry, amazing yumminess of a color. I'm taking it with the new Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadow eye brush, and I'm going to pack this all over my entire lid. And then I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. long lasting shadow. This is the one in the pink shade. I will have the name down below because I forgot it. I have no idea what the name is, but it's beautiful. So I'm going to pack this in the center of the lid to add some definition. And then I'm going to go in with my finger just to smooth it out and just blend everything together. So moving on to the face, I'm going to be trying out this OFRA Beauty Sponge. To be honest, I don't really like it. I will try it, keep trying it. I'll give you guys my, my thoughts in another video, but it was not my favorite. So I did prime the skin with the NYX Angel Veil primer, and then I took my beauty blender, put a little bit of oil in the blender, and just tapped it all over my skin just to kind of give me a smooth complexion. So for foundation, I am taking the Hourglass Vanish foundation. This has been my go-to foundation recently. I have been obsessed. I also recently did a new foundation routine video. I'll have it linked down below so that you guys can go ahead and check it out. I talk way too much about foundation. I go in a lot of detail why I do certain things, so I will have it linked down below. And I was tired. I was blending like there's no tomorrow, literally. So moving on to concealer, I am taking the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in shade number 20. I'm going to apply this under the eyes, and then I'm going to go in with my beauty blender, and I'm going to blend everything out. Like I said, the sponge is good. It's just a little bit harsh. I have to keep playing with it. This was my first time using the sponge, so I'll get back to you guys on how I feel about it. So to further highlight and contour, I am taking the new OFRA skin sculpting wand. I'm taking the lightest shade, and I'm going to apply this under the eyes to highlight. And then I'm also going to apply it to my Cupid's bow. I also applied it to the chin, down the bridge of the nose, and up in the forehead, and this is going to help us to highlight. I actually really like this product. This is my first time trying it as well, and I actually really like it. It did increase, and it definitely brightened up my whole entire face. So I'm going to go back in with that OFRA beauty blender. Well, it's not really a beauty blender. Yeah, a beauty sponge, and I'm going to blend everything out. And then to contour, I am going to take the darkest shade, I believe it's called Dusk, and I'm going to apply this in the hollows of the cheeks. I also took it up around the perimeter of the forehead, and I wish I would have used a lighter shade. This one was a little bit too dark for me, but once it was on the skin, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go for it. So that's exactly what I did. I just tried to make it work. I did go ahead and blend it out with a dual fiber brush. Take your time blending. I mean, it blended out super seamless and fast, and it was smooth, but still take your time, because if you don't blend it properly, you will look dirty and muddy. And then I went back in with that beauty sponge just to kind of blend everything out and make sure that everything is sinking into the skin and blending out beautifully. And this is when my lighting got a little bit weird. I mentioned on Snapchat that I had an issue with my lighting, and this is where it begins. My lighting just goes white all of a sudden, so please excuse the lighting. I did go ahead and take some translucent setting powder, and I use that to set the under eyes and also around the nose, forehead. And then I took a big fluffy brush with some more of that translucent powder, and I applied this all over the skin just to kind of set that foundation and that contour in place. Now I'm going to go in with the Benefit Hoola Bronzer, and I'm going to further bronze the skin and just to kind of set that cream bronzer that we have applied. For blush, I am taking MAC's Peaches. I wanted to do something that was kind of in the family, but that didn't look too crazy or too pink, and I felt like Peaches was perfect. Then I did take some more of that powder with that beauty sponge, and I used this to kind of cut the contour and clean everything up. Moving on to the under eyes, I'm going to take a mixture of hash brown and a mixture of 15, and I'm going to apply that under the eyes with a pencil brush. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Bitten and a little bit of Cabin Fever with a flat definer brush, and I'm going to tight line my under eyes. I also took a nude eye pencil, and I'm going to apply this to the waterline, and this is going to give it a more soft feminine look. You can definitely do a black for a more dramatic look, but today I wanted to do something a little bit more feminine. I took a brush and I wiped off that baking that we have done, and then I'm going to go ahead and apply some mascara. Any mascara will be just fine. It doesn't really matter because we're going to cover our lashes with falsies. Just don't forget to coat your bottom lashes as well. For mascara, I am taking the Ardell Double Up Lashes. These have been my favorite lashes recently. While the glue dries, I'm going to go ahead and highlight the skin. I'm taking Opal and Mary Luminizer by The Balm, and I'm going to go ahead and highlight the tops of the cheekbones, down the nose, and a little bit on the Cupid's bow. And then I'm going to go ahead and apply my lashes. These lashes are very wispy, they're very beautiful, very full, and they're very affordable. They are a little bit harder to apply because the band is pretty thick, but if you get the hang of it, trust me, you will be as obsessed as I am. So Moving on to lips, I am lining my lips with Aquarius lip liner by ColourPop in collaboration with Kathleen Lights. And then I'm going in with Butterscotch Lip Gloss by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I love the Anastasia glosses because they have the pigmentation of a lipstick and the finish of a lip gloss. They are awesome. And then I'm going to top it off with some clear gloss by MAC. And then once you have done that, you are pretty much done. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys very soon with another video. Bye.